source for the sports gamer.
Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. I know all my equipment heads have been waiting for a video. I got you. It takes time to look through all the gameplay footage and screenshots and put this all together. Here's my first equipment video for Madden 20, and this is only a preview since there isn't much gameplay out there right now. I'm going to go through all the new equipment we have seen so far in the beta and the release screenshots. Now this is only a preview, as I have a more detailed official video coming soon on all the new equipment added to the game. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss it. Alright, let's get right into it. Starting off with the Adidas Adizero 5-star 8.0 gloves. These are Adidas' newest gloves that have been added to Madden 20, featuring their Grip Tack palm technology, which is known to have a sticky feel to snatch the rock out of the air for a big play. These replace the 7.0 gloves seen in Madden 19. It's a bit of a subtle tweak, but it's noticeable for the three-stripe players and fans out there. And you can see there are several players already in screenshots and everything that have rocking these gloves. Moving on to the Jordan Vaporfly 5.0. Jumpman is catching on in the Madden series. They have the Jordan 11 cleats that are patched in the previous edition of the game, and it appears that now they have some receiver gloves and another pair of cleats that I will talk about later on in the video. The Vaporfly 5s have a mesh construction, adjustable wrist closure, and offer players a comfortable lightweight fit that steps up all season long. And you can see that here. They have the gloves and they will have the cleats. Jumpman, yeah, that's me. Onto the turf tape, we have the long and short turf tape options have been added to this year's game. The full-length Alvin Kamara style is present. A smaller tape that covers the elbow without reaching nearly up as far as the arms is also present. And that's the style that's been blowing up at all levels of the sport. Players put on the back of their arms to prevent them from getting turf burns, and also for some style. This happens when a player slides or falls on the turf, hence the white tape protects the skin from getting turf burn, and we have a few different options for it in Madden 20. Sleeve temperature, a new thing added to the game. You have full customization when a player will wear long sleeves in the game. A meter allows you to select the specific temperature they put full sleeves on, and it's a sleeve temp setting actually in the equipment editing screen. That's the temperature, and you can decide whether to wear long sleeves, short sleeves, and anytime the temp is below that number, and then the sleeves will come on. And we actually have a tweet here from the equipment guru himself. People were asking about the sleeve temp. The number is the degree the player will have long sleeves appear on them in game, so only 20-degree games or colder will force long sleeves to the players. A 95 sleeve temp means you always have on long sleeves, so it's to your own liking per player. That's pretty cool. They added that into the game, so make it more realistic, where players will automatically put on sleeves depending on weather, most like real life. So guys like Bradley Pinion, Derek Carr have been known to wear long sleeves even in warm weather, while a ton of players never wear sleeves regardless of how cold it gets. So now you can set that yourself in the game. Elbow brace, we have a new elbow brace stabilizer that's been added to represent the one used by JJ Watt. Other players have used the skeleton style brace throughout the NFL, but it's not as recognizable as Watt's. Now it would be nice to eventually see it automatically added following the elbow injury in franchise mode, but that's maybe further down the line. I think something like the sleeve temp and things doing automatic like that is a good step in the right direction. So the next step is actually players getting injured and then getting equipment added because of that injury in the game automatically. That'd be something cool that we can see. Hopefully we can see in the future. Team color spats. It appears that the underwhelming spats that have been in recent games are still the only option, but team color spats have made an appearance. Now the team color tape is rarely seen outside of Houston. Aside from Deshaun Watson's ankle tape, these could be rather valuable while playing in color rush uniforms. Like white or black spats would throw off some of the monocolor uniforms for teams not wearing white, so the team color spats can really make that pop. They also added the primary and secondary ankle tape options were added to the game. You have some options of that to change that. And cleats, moving on, the cleats, The Adidas Adizero 8.0 cleats. It's another replacement seen this year for the 7.0, which was in Madden 19. Another subtle tweak, but the team took the time to include the newest model. And we also have the Adidas Freak Carbon. The newest Freak Carbon cleats have a complete overhaul from the model seen in Madden 19, and look to see on most of the Adidas big name athletes like Patrick Mahomes and Von Miller will have the Freak Carbons. You can see them there in the picture. And one big one that got a lot of love on social media, the Air One, Jordan Air One cleats. They became popping up late in the NFL in the 2018 season and quickly gained popularity among Jumpman athletes. EA was quick to jump on the trend and get it added to launch for Madden 20. And a lot of people were showing those loves on Twitter, especially when they seen those in the trailers. You can see them there. And they also added the Under Armour exclusives. Tom Brady's custom Under Armour cleats are present in Madden 20, like the ones he did wear in the Super Bowl. They have a small spat along the ankle and a huge color Under Armour logo, and typically a turf cleat along the bottom of the shoe, and it makes them stand out with that red as well as the black Under Armour logo you can see there. So these are in the game. And that's pretty much a lot of the things that I noticed from EA Play, the beta and release screenshots. But let's talk about some things that are not in and that we haven't seen so far. Mouthpieces, really more so mouth guards, because that's the one you actually see on the player. I mean, if a player has a mouthpiece in his mouth, I mean, what's even the point of putting that in? But the mouth guard that you can see over the lip, or lip guard as people call it, or the one that attaches to the face mask, that is not in right now. It won't be in Madden 20 at launch, but later on, who knows? They do update the game and player likeness, and they have been added like turf tape last year. You know, they added it later in the year, so I would not rule out mouth guards completely, but at launch they would not be in Madden 20. As well as the backwards hand warmers. That's something people have requested a lot. That won't be in Madden 20, but it's something they are working on, perhaps as in a future update or for in another year, next year or year after. Not sure about that one, but I know something that it is on the radar for the backwards hand warmers. Odell Beckham Jr.'s cleats, the Nike Vapor Untouchable Pro 3 OBJ up tempo cleats. Can these names get any longer? They're not in the game, as the team could not get clearance on them. Again, maybe they'll get clearance later, something they can add in, but right now he does not have his custom cleats there. You can see with the OBJ on the side of those. Leighton Vander Esch's neck roll is another one that at launch will not be in the game. And I think like Alvin Kamara, I think depending on the amount of players' popularity, I think that makes a big difference. Now, he is playing for the Cowboys. He is a fairly popular player. I think as his kind of popularity rises, like Alvin Kamara, he became a big star. Everyone started seeing his turf tape. He went on Twitter and asked for it, and then, you know, they made it happen. So I think, you know, people kind of, you know, really push it on Twitter. If he comes out and says something about it on Twitter or social media, a lot of those things I think matters, because, you know, I think right now is with that style, I think he's really the only player in NFL that's rocking that style right now. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, but I think a lot of that makes a difference if they actually, you know, see that people are kind of wanting that one, because that's probably like something they have to put a ton of development time in getting that to work. This style, adding that to the game, scanned and all like that, and then add it for just one player. So, but if enough people talk about it, if there's enough hoopla about it, if he becomes popular enough that people are like, why does he have his real neck roll in the game? I think that'll happen. But as of right now, that will not be in at launch. But that was something I definitely would love to see, as he is a really, really great player. That's pretty much it for the video. I want to give a big thanks to Helmet Stalker. He is the ultimate source for pretty much all NFL equipment there, especially helmets, of course. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, I do have a more detailed official equipment video coming along, as well as part 2 of our Madden 20 gameplay interview with Clint Oldenburg. So be sure to drop that like, subscribe, turn the notifications on so you don't miss more Madden 20 and me, the Natural here at SGL.